Long before the first cities, before written language, before science, humans already believed. They gathered around fires, looked toward the stars, buried their dead with great care, and asked questions no one could answer. Why are we here? What happens after death? Is there something greater than ourselves? These questions have followed humanity for tens of thousands of years. Every civilization in every corner of the world developed beliefs, different symbols, different rituals, different stories. Yet beneath those differences, the questions were remarkably similar. Why? Why does belief appear in almost every human society? Modern psychology suggests that belief is connected to the way our minds evolved. The human brain is extraordinary at finding patterns. Sometimes it finds real patterns. Sometimes it sees patterns that are not actually there. This ability helped our ancestors survive. Hearing movement in the grass could mean the wind, or it could mean a predator. Assuming there was danger often increased the chances of survival. Over thousands of generations, our brains became experts at searching for meaning, even in uncertainty. Psychologists sometimes describe this tendency as pattern recognition and agency detection. When events seem mysterious, the mind naturally asks, "What caused this? Who or what is responsible?" Belief does more than explain the unknown. It also creates connection, shared stories, shared values, shared purpose. Communities become stronger when people believe they belong to something greater than themselves. Perhaps belief is not only about answers. Perhaps it is also about belonging, about hope, about facing uncertainty together. For thousands of years, faith, myth, tradition, and meaning have helped people navigate a world that often felt unpredictable. But belief did something else as well. It helped build civilizations, and history provides extraordinary examples. Belief did more than comfort the human mind. It helped shape civilization itself. Across thousands of years, people built extraordinary monuments, not simply as structures, but as expressions of meaning. The pyramids of Egypt, the temples of Greece, the great cathedrals of Europe, the mosques of the Islamic world, the temples of Asia. Each reflected different traditions, different cultures, and different understandings of humanity's place in the universe. Yet they shared something remarkable. They inspired people to work together, often across generations, toward a common purpose. Belief also influenced law. Many early legal systems were closely connected with moral and spiritual traditions. Shared values encouraged cooperation, trust, and social stability. Communities became more resilient when people believed they were accountable not only to one another, but also to ideals greater than themselves. Belief shaped art as well. Some of history's greatest paintings, music, poetry, architecture, and literature were inspired by humanity's search for meaning. Artists attempted to express questions that words alone could never fully answer. Even science often grew alongside curiosity about the universe. Many of history's early astronomers carefully observed the heavens, trying to understand the order of the cosmos. Over time, those observations contributed to mathematics, navigation, and astronomy. History reminds us that civilizations are rarely built by a single idea. They are shaped by many forces working together: curiosity, cooperation, culture, innovation, and belief. Anthropologists have suggested that shared beliefs helped large groups of strangers cooperate. A small family can survive through personal relationships. A civilization of millions cannot. Shared stories, shared symbols, and shared values helped people trust one another beyond their immediate families. Whether those beliefs were religious, philosophical, or cultural, they often strengthened social bonds. This does not mean every belief produced positive outcomes. History also records moments when beliefs were used to justify conflict, division, or persecution. Like every powerful human force, belief has been capable of inspiring compassion and causing suffering. Its impact has always depended not only on what people believed, but on how they acted upon those beliefs. Perhaps belief itself was never the defining force. Perhaps the defining force has always been the human search for meaning. And that search continues to this very day. Today, humanity knows more about the universe than ever before. We have mapped distant galaxies, decoded the human genome, sent spacecraft beyond our solar system, built machines capable of learning. Yet one question remains: why do humans still believe? Some people expected that scientific progress would eventually replace belief. It did not. Instead, science and belief often continued to answer different kinds of questions. Science asks, how does the universe work? Belief often asks, why does it matter? Science can explain how stars are formed, how DNA carries genetic information, how the brain processes language. But many people continue to ask questions that science alone cannot fully answer. What gives life meaning? How should we live? What is justice? What is hope? What makes a life truly worth living? These are questions explored not only through science, but also through philosophy, culture, ethics, and many religious traditions. Psychologists have also discovered something fascinating. People who feel their lives have meaning often show greater resilience during hardship. Meaning can come from many different sources: family, friendship, service, art, discovery, community, faith. Purpose is deeply personal. Its source is not the same for everyone. History suggests that humans rarely stop searching for meaning. Even when old beliefs change, new ideas often emerge. New philosophies, new movements, new ways of understanding ourselves and the universe. Perhaps the desire to believe is connected to something deeper than certainty. Perhaps it is connected to hope, to curiosity, to the need to belong, to the search for purpose in a universe that often feels unimaginably vast. Whether someone finds that purpose through science, through philosophy, through religious faith, or through the people they love, the search itself appears to be profoundly human. Perhaps belief has never been only about having answers. Perhaps it has always been about finding the courage to keep asking the questions. Because every civilization, every generation, and every individual must eventually decide what gives life meaning. And perhaps the greatest question is not, what should humanity believe? The greater question is, what kind of life do our beliefs inspire us to live? Maybe that question has mattered all along.